Hi guys, we've got this little Midland. I've just started it and realised it was on bloody mute. Now what I've worked out, or to go through it again, there's no power on this little Midland, it's completely dead. It's a Midland 77099 I think. And the problem we've got is that we're open. Right, let's turn the meter off for a minute because I'm going to have to put down charge, it's running low. So, this is... Well, tell you what guys, they certainly like their solder. Right. There you go. Oops. Move that daft phone out of the way. And turn my power supply on. I'm going to need that. And I also need to charge up the meter. So we'll plug the meter in. We can charge the meter up. There you, yeah, the light's on. Right, so we can put the meter there for a minute. We can have it on now while it charges. There you go. Right, so this radio's completely dead guys, it's completely got nothing. So what we're going to do, we're going to get our pliers and see if we can pull our protection diode out. Somebody's worked on this before because that coil is probably the wrong one and it's not even soldered. Fucking hell. That's not it there, is it? No. Weird. Is this soldering iron turned up all the way? Yeah. Right. Right. Right, that should just pull out, that fucker. Right. That soldered, I think I've desoldered that resistor. I'm not worried about that. I'll solder that back in then. Yeah, I think I've desoldered that resistor. Yeah. Right, solder that back in. Right. Right, so basically I need to find out where this fucking resistor, where this diode is soldered. I think it might be soldered under the fucking shielding. And and you can't get into it there. Everything's all fucking packed in. Right, we can get this fucking glue out. Fucking shitty conductor glue they put in it. Right. Now, can I get down there now with the test leads? Put it on diode. It's got to be the fucking, what do you call it? Where's the diode? There's one side of it. One side. Get your fucking... Well, there we are. Right, so it's... The diode could be open, I don't know. Let's test it the other way around. I think the diode's open, to be perfectly honest. Let's get it on there. No, it ain't. Oh, hang on. Oh, might be alright. Yeah, the diode's okay. So that saves us taking that out. So the diode's alright. So let's solder back around here, back in. Right. Somebody's put this in here and this is not right. It doesn't matter, it would work without that. It should power up without that, but it's not right. But we can change that in a minute, we can sort that out in a minute. So let's connect this up to the power. Connect it up and see if we get anything. But it could be. Does it have a regulator in this? It will have a regulator somewhere. There's your 10240. 10.24 rather. I'm just looking to see if we've got any regulator. Yeah, there's a regulator there. Oh no, it could be a pre-driver because that's your pre-driver, that's your main driver. So what we can do, we can shove our line into there. Do it the other way around. Do it backwards. Fits into the plug better. There you go. But this didn't come on earlier. Right, see if we get anything. Oh, it's lit up now. External speaker. Might have just had a dry joint. But it certainly didn't come on earlier, guys, I can assure you of that. See if we get anything. Right, external speaker, we won't get it. Put on channel 20. Yeah. It's stuck on channel 9. It's stuck on channel 9, guys, so there's a problem. Now that problem is that loose coil, we'll sort that out. Oh, hang on, we're... Ah. I think it might just be bad dodgy switches. So we want to go to channel 20. Let's fire up the test set. See if we're receiving. See if we're receiving. And we are. See if any of our mics actually work with this. They probably won't. Right, well that's receiving. We've got no transmit. But there again, the mic might not be compatible. Right, so what we'll try and do, what we could do, we could connect. Are these a floating chassis on these? No. So what we could do, we could just feed this wire into this. See if we can trick it into going into transmit. Go around all the pins until we get to transmit, or one that does it. That's the one. That's RX and TX. But it's doing, well, that's not right because it's TX and RX are lit up at the same time. But it did flick in. Right, so it did flick in. How many watts is it doing? 4.2. Right. Right. Right, so which one is it? Right, so we'll plug that back into the third one. And we'll go around the back of the socket. We'll hold that there. We'll go around the back of the socket. No, we're not getting much there. See, I've got nothing. Yeah, we're on to channel 20. We're going into TX. But we could, but I think we are wrong. That's your... But it is going into TX, but it's staying in RX as well, so... Right. Now where does that go to? That goes to there. So it is transmitting. Let's give you guys a quick, let's just turn it off for a second. Alright, let's give you guys a look on the camera. There we go. Bring you down a bit. We need to move you back a bit as well. There you go. Right, let's get you. Right. So what we'll do now, we'll put this onto, there you go, power, there we go, nothing. There you go, 4 watts. And if we flick the high-low power switch, 325 milliwatts. Switch is a bit dirty. That's 4.3 watts on channel 20, so it's transmitting. Are we receiving it on the thingy here? Yeah. Bit graunchy. Yeah. And that you can hear, that's a soldering iron. Right, so basically it's transmitting. So basically guys, we know it's transmitting and it's receiving. So this one's working and the transistor's nice and warm. So what we'll do now, we'll disconnect it. There you go. We'll disconnect it, and what we'll do, we'll try and do something about this fucking mess here. Right, I think it connects to, I think it's here. I think it's there. I think it is. So we need to get this out so we can fucking make a nice job of soldering it back in. That's one side. The other side, it's buried in the ground here. There you go. That's going to be some fucking about to get that back in. Anyway, let's try. Right, so yeah, see where it fucking came from now. I think it's here. Yeah, and the other one was here. There you go, got it. So what we need to do here, guys, this has been, what we'll do, we'll wind this off and we'll try see, it's been, I think it's actually, oh no, it's got glue on it. So what we can do, we can wind this back on. This will work. Wind this back on. There you go. For as long as we need to get it down, we need to go a bit further. So that'll do us. And then all we need to do is get the other end here. Get them together, and that's supposed to go around there. Get them sort of pretty much centered. There we go. Now what we do, we clip there you go. Then what we do, we get our Stanley knife. We just hold that like that, and we just scrape off the enamel. Yeah. Scrape off the enamel. Should do us. Right. Right, so if I move this out of the way, I can see down there. There we go. And you won't be able to see me do this, guys. I haven't told it to the light. Okay, now this is not one of going in. Look, the wire's the right thickness to get through the hole. I mean, this is not the one that come out of this, but So what we're trying to do is feed that through the hole. It should go through. Right, so that side is longer. Let's just, there we go. That will go through there, guys, I know it will. That's the first one in. And there's your second one in. And look at that, guys. Nice and neat. Solder the inductor into place. Now we know it was working with this inductor. There we go. Right. Is that in? And that side ain't. I missed the foot. I soldered it, but there's a lot of get a bit more solder. Can't see where the fucking thing is now. There it is. I'm still not happy with the way that looks. I mean, it should fucking look a bit better than that. So what we'll do, we'll hold the iron on. That's it. I'm going to bend it over actually. Because it's fucking... I'm going to bend it over because I'm not happy with the connection it's giving me. There, we're alright now. And just snip the other side, the other end off with clippers. There you go. Connect it back up, then we'll have a look at them switches at the front. See where we see what the problem is there. See why we're not working properly with the switches. We'll just put it back onto the put the power back in. Yep, we're on. And if I jiggle that, it doesn't go off now. Just make sure that we're not going to short our output. Let's plug the, and we'll make sure we've got a load on it. Let's plug the external speaker back in. There you go. So that button's working. Now we'll put the test set back in. We're on channel 20. Put it on to receive. I can hear that through the external speaker. Yeah. Right. We need to get a microphone for it. So now we need to look at the buttons on the front. I'm going to try working them, see if that does it. Yeah. Bit of spray in them will sort that out, I think. Didn't really want to take the front off, to be honest, but here at the Vintage Radio Shack, we like to do things properly, guys. We like it all done properly here at the shack. But we'll get a mic ordered for this. Or we'll find a mic we can put a 5-pin plug on. We'll find out what the mic wiring is. I'm hoping that this is going to come off. Hoping that these switches are not fastened to the front. If they are, it's going to be a right bastard. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to. I'm hoping I've got a feeling that the switches, that the knobs. I've got a feeling that these knobs are bolted to the metalwork, bolted to the plastic. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's one of them. Let's disconnect this from the power. There we are, we can move it about a bit now. Get the speaker off it. Yeah, it's one of them, guys. You bastard. And the switches are there and I can't get to them. And I can't. Because I've got to undo these. And then I think I've got to undo them 2 screws. Oh, I've got that one undone. Oh, lovely. We've managed to get the switches undone. The potentiometers, sorry. So we'll just whip them round now with a tool. Just get them off. Yes. Yeah, I'm just. There you go. That's 1, 2. Now we need to undo them 2 screws that are in the back. Yay! I hope I don't have to undo the mic as well. The fucking mic socket and all. Oh, you cunt. But I might be able to pull the mic socket through. Might give me enough room to just pull without having to take the mic socket actually off. Oh, there we go. Toot sweet sound like what they I was listening to the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang soundtrack earlier. So do lollies in a lollipop jar. Gingerbread men have a gingerbread sound. We've found. We've got a wire off there. Oh no, it's a speaker. Right, so what we can do here now, we can go all over this. Plug the external speaker back in. Put the power back on. La-do-do-do-do. I mean, if I have to change the switches, I will do, but you can usually get some stuff into them to clean them. There we go. dropped my screwdriver. We'll pick that back up in a minute. Make sure there's nothing metal. Right, let's get me cleaner. Right, I just need a slight squirt then. Wipe all that out. There you go. Perfect. Yeah. That one's not quite right, but it will get there. There you go. Give it a bit more. It's working a lot better than what it did. Yeah, that's, can't really see it on the camera. You can see it's changing now. There. So that's working. All we need to do now, right, all we need to do now, guys, is find out right, so if I go to plug the test, put it on transmit, plug the test set in, because we don't want it to transmit with no aerial, no load on it, so we'll plug the test set in. And what we can do now, we can go around it, try and find out which wire's which. And make sure I don't have wires touching together, even if they are fucking, we have got the speaker plugged in. I don't want to run the risk of fucking blowing up the audio chip. That's it there, guys. It's going into full transmit there. 4.9 watts. Let's put this other radio on here. Put it on channel 20. There we go. We'll go to there and there. There you go. No noises. Dead silent. So it's the orange that's black. It's the orange that's transmit. So we know it's transmitting. What I'm thinking, guys, if I could rewire this to a 5-pin mic, I'm thinking about that. But yeah, we know this radio's working now. We know it's transmitting and it's receiving. Just press test these switches, yeah. Yeah, the juice has got into. Let's just turn it off. While we're here, let's spray these. There we go. Right. Let's just unplug this, because I don't want to fuck about pulling wires about and stuff. Right, so unplug that from there. Yeah. Plug that back in now to make sure the buttons still work. Plug the speaker in so we've no load. So we've got a load. And plus we don't run the risk of shorting out the Right, so turn it on. Yeah, it's working. And that's working. Yeah, just make sure that this polishes up. Otherwise I'll have to take the bottom top off again to just clean there. It's good enough. Right. And the transmitter works as well. It receives and it transmits. And that's what we need. Because what we can do, we can get a microphone for this. We can get a microphone. We can order up a microphone for it. Where's the other knob? The other nut, there it is. Really I should have a nut runner for these, but I don't know where it is. So we're just going to use the screwdriver like we got them off. I've got a nut runner to fit these, but like everything else, it's in the workshop, and I've got a feeling that that's gone on cross-threaded. Oh no, it's not. No, it hasn't. See what we'll do, we'll take them all the way down as far as we can, and then we'll nip them up. Yeah, we'll get the paint on, we'll get this sanded down, the body work, the cases, give it a fresh coat of paint. But I think that's gone as far as it will go. And that one's gone as far as it will go, I think. So all we need to do is tighten them. Yep. I think that's tight. Yeah. Next one. Don't want to break don't want to damage anything, so we don't want to overdo it. That'll do us. Now the screws. We need the screwdriver we dropped. Yay! We've got some fuses, some fuse holders coming, so we'll put a proper fuse in this. Shit, I've lost that screw. You bastard. I'm gonna have to find that. You cunt. There we go. It's nothing special, I'll find that screw. It's nothing special. Oh, got to put the screws back in the side, which I nearly forgot. Should be 4 of those. And put them in and just nip them up, guys. You don't want to overdo these. You overdo it, you'll split the plastic. They only just have to hold, they don't have to be really wrenched down. You know, you just want them nipped, just snug, like that. That's it. So all you do, you don't have to wrench on them like some people do. Right. We won't put the case together yet because we'll have a look in our collection of microphones and see if we've got a microphone to suit this. We probably haven't, but at least them fucking screwdrivers in the toolbox. See, we can't do anything. We could do the receiver, but we may as well do it all in one go. We've got a mic, it'll go into, but that'll let us put it into receive. There we go. We've not come back on this time. Why have we not come on? There we are, just a loose connection. There you go. And still a loose connection. Let's spread these out a bit. Ouch! There you go. But that wasn't the problem with it before, guys. It really did have a proper fault on it. Yeah, it's working lovely now, the switches. Right. On channel 20. Plug the test set in. We can use this mic for receive. So we can play with the, so we can do the receiver. Right. Right. So we want to put this see how low we're gonna need the test set speaker, aren't we? We're gonna need the test set speaker plugged in. Right, let's shift that. Let's turn the test set up. There we go. Turn the soldering iron off. Now what we can do, we can start off with doing the detector. Yep. We'll do the detector to start with. I think the green is negative. And I think that's the detector there. So we can start that to, we can do that to start with. Right, scope. Unplug the test set speaker for a second. Right, turn this up. There we go, put this on here so you lot can see it. There we go. So the first job is to set the detector, which I believe is this one here. That's about as far as we're going to get with that. So that's good enough. So we've done the detector, we can plug the test set speaker back in. Right. Hook that over the camera so it's out of the way. Right. See how low we can go. Right. Press return. So that's 12 dB roughly. So what we'll do now, we'll start the alignment. There's me fucking tool. There he is. Right, so the receiver, this lot is transmit and this is receive. Turn that up a bit. There we go. That's gained a little bit. Gain a little bit there. Yeah, it's not too badly tuned, this actually. Because what we're actually, I mean, the receiver's up and down, to be honest. The receiver's moving about. Because I haven't adjusted anything there, and we've dropped. There we go. Right, we're on 18 there, so let's see where we get here. Let's go through this. And the receiver's drifting. 21, that's good. I think that's about as good as we're going to get. Right. I think all this lot here, I think this is transmitter. Yeah. That's transmitter, that's transmitter, that's transmitter. I think all these are. Don't worry guys, I'm putting these back where I found them. See, that's dropping down, I've not even adjusted anything. Let's just put this one. Yeah, that receiver's moving about on its own. Yeah. Could be me testing. Could be my lead. It could be this lead, guys, because I know this lead does need redoing. Let's try that. I'll just tighten that up. But I know the lead needs to be. It could have just been that. Because it was loose, I've just tightened it, and look at that now, we're right back up again. So let's try. Let's come down a bit. Yeah, it's moving down about on its own. Must have something not right. Well, that's come up a bit. Brought us up a bit. That's moving about on its own. Must have a duff capacitor in it or something. But it is, it's moving about on its own, guys. Why is it doing that? It won't be that, that's the detector. The detector diode is there, I believe. See, we've dropped right down. So let's turn this up. Right, that's see what it does now. Right. Right. See, that's moving about on its own. Let's turn it down. I mean, we can hear it at 113 dB. See how long it stays there for? It's staying there, but it's moving about. Right, 106. And there we're on 100 minus 101 dB. So let's just see. Will that give us any more? That's gone to 12. No. No, it's drifting down on its own. That's me. Yeah, it's moving about. Right. Moving about, guys. That's doing that on its own. Right, that's as high as we're going to get on that one. That's moving about on its own. Right, it's about as good as we're going to get that, I think. I think what we might do is put a few new capacitors in. Might look at some of these tomorrow. That seems to be staying there now. Right. That's me turning it down. Right, well I think that's probably Yeah, I think that's as good as we're going to get that. Right, so let's come down a bit. What are we at? We're at 90 dB, 98, 90 dB, 89, right. 100 dB, and that's 14 decibels. That's good. Ooh. That's good, that's about right. See, it is slowing, it is dropping on its own. Hang on a minute, let me just put the bottom on. Because sometimes these things have a reaction. Sometimes these things have a reaction. Put the bottom in place. Right. And turn it back on. $16. See if that drops. Does it drop or pull it? Look at how I do the mic. It's dropped a lot because I've unplugged the mic. And that's with the mic in. Let's see if it drops with the mic out, because it is the wrong mic. So it will drop a bit now, but we'll see if it stays there. Because it could be an issue of the mic, because it's the wrong mic that's in it. And that seems to be staying there now. That seems to be staying there now. It seems to be stable now, that. So let's see if we can... Yeah, that's staying there now. Yeah, it's moving about, but not as much bad as it was. So now let's try. That's about it. That's about it on there. We're not going to gain anything here. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, we are dropping. Yeah, we are dropping. I'm not even adjusting that, guys, and that's moving about. Let's try this one at the end here. Must have a problem somewhere. Come on, you. Right, why won't that one unscrew? Why won't that one undo? Why won't that move? It should. See who's got a piece of shit stuck in it. See, it could even be, look at that. Just put the top on. It could sort of solder the speaker back on. Let's put the speaker back on. The soldering iron's off. Never mind, but let's just put the top on. That could be the problem. Yeah. If I move the top, let's turn the soldering iron back on. Right. Let's plug this mic back in. Right. We're getting a lot of interference now because of the soldering iron being on. So let's solder the speaker back on. Do. Now if I put that back that way, that goes that way, push that there. That's the wrong way around. I think it's that lead probably. We have to redo that anyway. Right, let's go back to '76, which should be an S9. There you go. Right. Now let's turn that off for a second. Hang on, we need the external speaker now, don't we? Oh no, we want on receive. Just turn this on. Hang on, without we press the right button. It's working, I think. I mean, it's not drifting now when we've got an S9 going into it. It's not drifting, it's pretty okay. It's not bad. So I'm going to leave that for now. Right. Where am I at now with this? Turn that to 0. Right. 100 dB, and we'll see if that drops. Right, let's go back to you lot. Oh, back to that one. See, we've got the covers on it now, guys. But some of them are like that. That's staying there, that's holding now. Now we've got the covers on it, that's holding, it's not too bad. See how low it'll go before we lose it. -113 minus 113. Yes. We'll call it 109, 110. Usable. There you go. So I think that's working. I think that's alright now, guys. I think we're okay with that. Give the casings a clean. I put a bit of a respray. Yeah. We've got another one down there, that little Palmer. That's probably the same radio, or a very similar one. Let's just check our channel buttons one last time. Yeah, 2019, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah. 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 They're all working now, guys. Better than what they were. Let's turn the test set off. Right. Then we're going to leave it there for now, guys. Let's turn the meter off. I'm going to leave it there now, guys. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. When it goes up, it'll be going up in a few minutes. We're now 3:30 and going to bed. You all take it easy, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and thank you very much for watching. More to come later. Bye for now, guys.